Good morning. A little hard for the stream to catch my microphone if I don't have it on the right thing. Uh, we've got the day off today. It's Words Day. I'm gonna play a little of this, and then I gotta run to town, do some errands. Um, yeah. Not feeling super into it right now. But we gotta keep the streak, I guess. I don't really know, What do we know? Is this capturing or no? Let's see. Oh, it won't capture if I don't let it show. We had it disabled. Reveal yourself. Thanks for the letters. I love letters. Thanks for the stickers. We love stickers. Oh, all right. The question we asked last week was in regards to an addition to my family, in a way. Some members of my family, my mother included, have taken a DNA tests. Ancestry.com, I think. I think I didn't say that last time. I'm not entirely clear. It might be 23andMe. It's one of them. I'm pretty sure it's Ancestry. And, yeah, somebody contacted my mother because they share enough DNA that theoretically she's her niece. I don't, I'm not entirely sure how the math works out on like the percentage shared DNA stuff. But that's what our question was about. Have you ever met a long-lost relative? I have a cousin, maybe, that nobody knew about who contacted my family from one of the DNA websites. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing new has really developed from this in the last week. Except that my mother's talked to her more. It's kind of interesting. It's not the first time it's happened. I mean, it's not the first time it's, not this specific situation, right? But I had an aunt that I didn't know about for a long time. In addition, apparently my grandmother gave her up for adoption before she had all the kids that we knew about, that I knew about. And so when I was like 15, there's just all of a sudden I had a new aunt, Kind of weird. Half sisters to my parents, to my mother. And I guess this is also a half sister. A half sister's daughter. So, kind of weird. Kind of cool. Let's see what C says. As it turns out, so did mine. The court said otherwise, but the resemblance is uncanny. We only found out after my grandmother passed away, so at least she never found out. Thank you, C. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, both my grandparents are dead, so... all four, I guess, or six, however you want to think about it, but, yeah, both of those two. We'll say thanks with this little fish. Hi, Jay. I haven't met him in person, but I was contacted by a distant cousin a few years ago. I forget how he found me. We exchanged stories and photos by email, filling each other in on details the other one didn't know about. Family history was not discussed while I was growing up, so it was cool comparing the various skeletons in our family closets. I never knew that my paternal grandfather was buried a few blocks from where I grew up. Enjoy your voyage of discovery. I don't think I'll be discovering very much, if I'm honest. Won't be me doing the discovery. But thank you. Um, Thank you, E. That's a lovely letter. Lovely note. My grandfather was recently in hospice and he had a family before he married my grandma and became my dad's dad. Kind of the flip side of your story. His biological son was a very kind person who cared for my grandpa a lot, even though they never saw each other. It was interesting getting to meet him, especially because we both knew we'd never talk to or see each other again after my grandpa passed. Robble bobble. Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. It's like, it's not a... I mean, it's not like finding out my parents cheated on each other, right? It's one step removed from that. I'm sure it's very strange for my mother. But if I'm honest, my mother's family is not like... I don't think she thought of her father as a great person in the first place. You know what I mean? Um, but it's another thing to add to the list, I guess. Uh, I'm not really sure. We haven't talked about it enough, probably, for me to really gauge how what she thinks about it exactly. But um, yeah, it's like one extra step removed for me. Like I could give a shit if I never met my grandmother, either of my actual grandmothers. Um, so it's like I have zero attachment to that relationship, my grandparents' relationship as a couple, you know? There's like nothing in my head that is like, that was like a sacred relationship or whatever. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's better for it all to come out 10 years after my grandfather died and 38 years after my grandmother died. So, I don't know. Who knows, you know? I guess we'll just have to keep talking to her, see what happens. I'm going to enjoy my day. We are going to enjoy our day. I'm going to go to town. I'm going to get some Taco Bell. I got to get my oil changed. I'm going to go to Meijer. I'm going to get some new shampoo. It's going to be nice. Maybe I'll get some sort of cookie or something while I'm there. I don't really know what I want. But I know I'm for sure getting a taco. I'm at her. Not really. Thank you for being here. At least I'm present. We are present. Our contributions to the world may be minimal, but we're here, at least, I suppose. Go grab some paints and rip a page from a notebook and dip your brush. I don't want a brush. Or paints. Go paint a picture, it says. If I had a little more space, I might paint a picture. I'm gonna get a corkboard. I think I want a corkboard. And I'm gonna put it on my wall next to this thing right here, so that I can put up little notes, you know? The flower girl from the slums is rooting for you. You are worth more than the thoughts that sometimes cloud your mind. We are feeling exceptionally clouded today. That's true. It sometimes seems impossible to get those thoughts out. Pardon my language, but fuck those thoughts. You are better and stronger than all of them. Okay. I'm feeling rather down lately. I love him so much, I can't bear to let him go and for this relationship to die just like that. But I know I have to move on at the same time. If he truly loves me, we'll meet again someday, right? I don't know. What a weird thing to say. Let's see. I don't know. I should try to vocalize what I'm thinking rather than just think quietly for 2.5 minutes, letting the stream run. But, I'm like, I don't know the circumstances of this person's breakup, relationship ending. You know? Maybe they're just moving apart. Maybe his, like, high school sweetheart's going to a different school, you know? Different college. Or her, I guess her high school, I don't know. Who cares? It doesn't matter. He or she's high school beau going to a different college. And, like, you know, you don't... It's like a... That's a reason to break up, right? But it's, like, not necessarily a reason to... You're not breaking up because you hate each other. You're not breaking up because one of you wronged the other one. It's, like, a sad thing. You guys are just... You have to go separate ways. And sometimes you gotta. You know? Dear fellow Jay. Sometimes you just gotta go your own way. It'd be good to, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, you... It would be weird right now to even, like, I've had 2 ex-girlfriends, right? I haven't been in that many relationships. I've got 2 ex-girlfriends who I was together with for one for like 2 years, and one for like 4 years. 5, I don't know. It was a long time, both of them, it felt like. But, I wouldn't say I broke up with them under good circumstances, right? Yeah, we're not really gonna give advice, I think, with this one. We're just gonna say, it sounds sad, you're gonna be alright. Like, I definitely, we were not getting along when we broke up. Although the second one, I was getting along as well as I was. It's kind of weird. But, like, years later, now, would it might be awkward, but would it be interesting to meet them again, to talk to them? You know? I don't use Facebook. I'm not, like, friends with them on Facebook or anything. Maybe that's, like, maybe this is a fucking Elden Times problem. But, like, I just have no way to contact them. And I don't think I would want them to be able to contact me, if I'm honest. But it might be interesting to, like, go back and, you know, have a conversation with them. You know what I would like is to run into my ex-girlfriend's parents again. Because when I was in school, when I was in college, like, my family was living in a different state. They had moved to Ohio from Michigan, and it was like a 5-hour drive. I was seeing my parents once every, like, 6 months. And I basically spent, you know, 4 nights a week, 5 nights a week, whatever, as much time as I could at my ex-girlfriend's house, eating with her family, going to the movies with her family, doing all sorts of shit with her, like, entire family. And she had a big extended family. They were Italian or whatever, and would, like, meet up for Sunday family dinners, and I would meet all her grandparents and aunts and uncles and everything every week, basically. Like, I spent way more time meeting with my ex-girlfriend's family for, like, meals and shit than I ever have with my own family. Because we kind of just, like, my family meets up for, like, holidays a lot of the time, and that's about it. Um, if that. And I guess the entire point of me bringing that up is that it would be really cool to meet my ex's parents again and give them, like, for me to have a chance to, like, thank them for basically feeding and housing me for 3 years. Not housing. I didn't live with them, but, like, I spent so much time there, and her mother was a good cook. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. Even though, like, the circumstances of our breakup weren't that great for me personally, I still love her family. Um, but I'll probably never see them again. Yeah, I mean, families are just different. My dad's side of the family just doesn't, like, they don't talk to each other that much. And my mother's side of the family is a little dysfunctional. Not exceptionally, especially anymore, but they've gotten better as they've gotten older, but they've definitely, like, they just don't, none of my family talks to each other, really. Like, after my aunt passed away, we used to have Thanksgiving at my Aunt Donna's place a lot. Because she had 6 kids of her own. And then she would invite out everybody over to Thanksgiving at her place, and, yeah, there would be, like, 60 people there or something. But she passed away, and so hadn't done that for a while. My grandfather passed away in 2004, I think. And I think that was, like, my grandfather passed away. That was, like, the last time we all got together on that side that I remember like really vividly. Yeah, and then I don't know. I don't know. I guess my Aunt Donna's funeral was the last time I remember seeing most of her kids. I don't know, it's just weird. How the fuck did I get on talking about this? This is me using kind words as self-reflection and not really thinking about what the fuck I'm actually writing to other J. Shit. We're distracted. We're sitting here thinking about my family and how I haven't seen them in a long time. Mostly. Yeah. Anyway, sometimes you just gotta go your own way. I think it might be really nice. Um, I don't know. Balloon. If you're still there blind, what's your family like? Not you don't have to say it. You don't want to, but like you guys all live together, you meet up all the time? I like lived apart from my family for a long time, I guess, more than anything. I live with my parents now. Um but like yeah, I don't know. I guess everybody's circumstances are different. I suppose I'm lucky to have a family even if I don't see them that often, you know. A lot of people just don't even have that, I suppose. Yeah. It's definitely sad. Like, I don't know, there was definitely kids in my high school who, like, had to move out of their houses, you know? Um, it was you who gave them a hard time. I think that's when you're a kid, I think that's a lot of teenagers like you know, you rebel against your parents a little bit just as part of growing up. And some people take it a little far, I suppose. I don't know how hard you gave them, but how hard a time you gave them, but you know, I hope you're not beating yourself up too bad about it. Cuz we're all just developing, you know? We're all just trying to be better people. Or most of us, I suppose. I guess there's some people out there who probably, you know, not that worried about it. Not worried about being a good person at all. Uh I don't know why I don't have the energy and motivation to find a new job. I need a job, but I'm mentally and physically avoiding this task. I want to be active again, but I think I'm slowly neglecting myself. Um... D is in a rut. I'm not really sure that I know what to say to this one, though. Yeah, it's definitely like... I mean, it's a place to vent the things you're feeling, you know? I think kind words would be really good to be used in conjunction with a therapist, perhaps. For some of the things. But we're not really here to, like, be the therapist either. We're here to be like, you know, maybe I have a real quick anecdote that is similar or can help, you know? Is r/ask the therapist? There is that? I've never heard of that. I've never been there before. Ask a therapist. Oh, yeah, it would help if I spelled it right. Yeah, I mean, yes, I think what this guy needs is... Well, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I'm not a therapist. Do you need a therapist just if you're feeling like in a rut? If you're feeling like you're stuck at the moment, it's not really like desperately in need of a therapist for that, you know? It's certainly something that could help, I suppose, but it's like... And it seems like he's aware that he's doing it, which is part of why you want a therapist too, right? I don't know. This seems like stupid to say to me, actually. Like, I don't know what it is about today, but I feel like maybe I'm feeling very doubtful. I'm feeling a lot of self-doubt today. Oh, today's stream is officially sponsored by, I don't know. I don't know, man. What do we say? I feel like I've been doing this for half an hour and I've only read 2 notes. You can dig yourself out of your rut. And maybe we'll just do this. I don't really know. We'll throw some affirmations out there. That's what I have to give today. We can just tell people they're awesome and send them on their way. A little slap on the ass sort of thing. I'm so stressed out over my scholarship. I really hope I get it. I've been working hard for it, but it's just so competitive. This is another J. And rigorous. If I don't get this scholarship, I will have other pass, but I'd be in shambles, I think. Man, I don't know. It's just so competitive and rigorous. It's like, in my head, this person is like competing for a thing where it's like 1% of people get this, or 1% of the people who, or even 0.1% of the people who apply for it get it. Like, what do you call the what's the thing that I see in doctor shows? What's the Rhodes Scholar? Is that a fuck? I don't even remember. Why am I associating the Rhodes Scholarship with Doctor's Show? Was that a thing on Grey's Anatomy? One of them got a Rhodes Scholarship? I don't even remember. Because the Rhodes Scholarship, that's not a doctor-specific thing, is it? But that's what I'm thinking of, right? That's just a scholarship that, like, 5 people get every year. Yeah, I don't know. It says this year's class of 32 students from the United States was selected from 840 candidates. So, like, it's the sort of thing where, in my head, fellow J is, you know, trying to be the best of the best. And maybe they're just, you know, instead of being the best of the best, they're just part of the best, and they're gonna feel in shambles if they get a 99 out of 100 type of person. I'm definitely, like, not that. Maybe in my head, I was at one point, like, I really cared about trying to do everything perfectly. Trying to do everything really correctly. But I think school knocked that out of me, and I'm like, I'm here for C's, you know? But that's not fellow J. I don't know. There's all right. Let's do a little outline here. Lots of ways to succeed. Scholarship is like the first step of the process. Like getting a scholarship and going to school is like really important when you're 18, right? But once you're 45 and you've been working for 20 years, you're like gonna think back on your scholarship and go like, oh, that was really good to have, but it wasn't like the most important part of everything, you know? Um, it's just a step, maybe something like that. And then, maybe lots of ways you can find other ways, and not to succeed, but be successful or be success. We'll leave it there. Is there anything else that I really feel like we could say to them that might be good? I don't really know. I'm so stressed out over my scholarship. Stress is temporary. And I don't know. Do we hit him with an "at least you tried" sort of thing, or do we do like even if you miss, you'll still land among the stars? Shoot for the moon. Shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Rebooted. What's pin? Oh no, what is it? Sorry, I got a text and I read it out loud like a fool. The job you wanted didn't really turn out the way you thought. Hmm. Well, I'm sorry the job you wanted didn't turn out the way you thought it would. I believe in you, though. You can definitely make it, dude. You can make it work. And if you can make it work for like a year or two, get it figured out, something else will open up, you know? Something else will be there. Stress will only last as long as until do 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 do. You know what? I don't like this one, actually. I don't want to diminish, because they're feeling stressed out about it, right? They think it's important. I don't want to diminish the importance of their scholarship, I guess. So I'm going to not say that it's just like, oh, you won't think it's so important in 10 years. You'll be like, ah, this piece of shit, piece of paper, I don't care about it, or whatever. You know? I don't want to, like, downplay it. I don't know what that voice was. Actually, you know what? I do know exactly what that voice was. But I'm not going to say what it was um, because it was kind of mean, and I shouldn't think that way. Um, let's see. Uh, you know what? Let's just hit him with the absolute cliched shit. But it's still good, bro. Um, your we're rambling so hard today, dude. I don't even know, dude. Sponsored by I don't know is like I'm gonna be thinking about that for the rest of my life. My entire life sponsored by I don't know. Um, no, 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 no. Don't be sorry. You've given me a motto to live the rest of my life by. I need the guidance. Um, that does make it better. In fact, actually, that did make me feel a lot better. Um, I'm sure it's lots of people sponsors. I mean, like, we're all sort of just winging it, right? There's people out there who are like know exactly what the fuck they're doing all the time, but I think 80% of people, most people, just fucking trying to get along, doing whatever they can do. What's the most like scholarly looking one of these characters? Who's the most scholarly looking? Who's got the most knowledge? You know what it is? It's the fucking male deer, dude. The male deer's got the wisest eyes. But you know she can read at least. Because she knows how to take people's addresses. Hello, I'm fine. However, something confuses me. I'm a strange person, and I have a lot of bad skills, and I haven't found my use. My class in the university is controlled by girls, and boys mostly around here who are all egoism. Uh, this is a little strangely phrased, but I'm assuming it's an English as a second language person, you know? They're probably Chinese. We're probably dealing with a Chinese student. Just because that's a lot of them. Although I don't know. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be any sort of student, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? There's lots of places that don't speak English. I shouldn't just assume they're Chinese because that's half of what I see on here. He's feeling confused and weird, and he's having self-doubt about his skill, and he thinks the people in his school are shallow and self-centered, and he doesn't like being with them. What should he do? All right. I think don't doubt your talents. You're cool, and even if most are shallow and self-centered, there's some cool people in your classes somewhere too. What else did he? What did he say? I'm confused. He's feeling strange and has a lot of bad skills. That'll your cools covers that, I guess. What should he do? I guess keep on keeping on, you know? I guess that's what he should do, is just keep going. School's not the end. If these are people in his class in university, he's going to spend a couple of semesters with them, or maybe a couple of years max, and then he'll find some other group of people to think are too shallow and self-centered to hang out with. Oh. Feeling soft today. Feeling floppy. Like I could just go lay down and take a nap, sleep for the rest of the morning. I bought a new game. You'll find your talents. I like that. We'll add that to that. You'll find your talents when the right time comes. I think I'm just gonna yoink that straight up. We're erasing all scums. This is my little outline. I try and capitalize it all when I'm really thinking about it, so that I don't just leave it. Anyway, I bought a new game called Small Land. It's got a subtitle, but I don't remember what it was. What is it? It's Small Land Survive the Wilds. It's a little like grounded, like a survival game where you're like a tiny person and you have to fight ants and like ladybugs and shit. Seems kind of cute. And I'm looking forward to playing it, but I can't do it right now. You know? Maybe tonight. But if I start playing it right now, I'm gonna like play it until 5 o'clock and forget to do all this shit I gotta do today, so. No, that's alright. This was me writing down my little outline, and I'm definitely gonna fix all these typos. I see them too. You're good though. If you see them, shout them out. We wrote a messy note here because I'm feeling like stretching my arms and I'm not really thinking about it. I'm thinking about other things. Let's see. Hello, V. Let's see. Let's start with the Well, no, let's not start with that. Let's start with this. Let's just do this. Mm, you shouldn't. Maybe, I don't know. You shouldn't. This is what tall people perceive me as. You gotta be pretty short to be having to compete with the ants for the little crumbs of bread, you know? Um, I suppose if you're short enough that you have to, like, run from spiders. I might see you that way, yeah. Let's see. You shouldn't, you like spider? I don't like spiders. I don't have to deal with them that much, you know? But every time I do have to deal with them, I don't like them. I think I could like certain spiders. I think if somebody like had a pet tarantula, I think I could be cool with like a pet tarantula. Like something big enough that it's like, you know, you feel like you could scold it and it would be like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry," you know? Whereas like a tiny spider is like so terrified of you that you can't even like have a conversation with it, you know? Not that you can have a conversation with any spider, but like, you know, you go to your dog and you say, "Oh, I love you, dog," and the dog loves you back. You go to your spider and like if it's a tiny spider, there's no way that spider loves you back, but if it's like a big spider, maybe a big spider could love you back. Like a rat. I had some pet mice, and I don't know if those mice ever loved me, you know? I love them, but every time I like picked them up, they were very, very timid. They were very, very skittish because they're mice. And I think like a rat might be a better pet because like a rat's not quite as scared of you as a mouse is because a rat's kind of got like the size advantage isn't the size difference isn't there, or it is there, but it's not as glaring a difference as between a mouse. You know, maybe that I don't know. Totally off my brain though. Will kick their abdomens to deploy lots of tiny flying hairs that will be very irritating for eyes and skin and everything. Um, I've never seen like I've seen tarantulas in real life. I've never seen one of those bird-eating spiders in real life. Those got to be big. It's like the coconut crabs too, though. Those things are gigantic. Or what are the camel spiders? Those things are gigantic. I'd be maybe it depends on the look too. Cause like those guys are creepy looking. I don't know. Um, what are we doing? You know what? We are just gonna leave this. Let's just fix our typos here. We'll just put it together. Even if most of your classmates uh in there, I bet, and you suss them out. Um, Sus might be a difficult word for them. That's true. What's a synonym for sus? We'll just we'll do fine. We'll have to find them. I wonder if like people with English as a second language have had the word sus for them completely replaced with just the meme, you know? Like if somebody's... It's possible that a modern Chinese teenager might have seen a lot of the English word sus in relation to Among Us and video games and memes, and not the English word sus meaning to, like, shake out. Some of them might feel the same way you do. Be quiet because you don't think anyone will understand them. I think that's a good read too. I want to kind of fit like the school is and everything in there too, though. Let's see how much room we have if I just type this in here. Some of them... You know what, we'll just do this. I think it's not so much that they... I don't think V thinks that they are... I don't think his problem is with the quiet people. I think he feels he or she... Because what they say is that they are egoists and his class is controlled by girls, which I'm assuming means that like they're cliquey. And not like he's feeling like the quiet one, and not so much that he's it's not that he doesn't want to talk to these people, I guess. It's that he feels like they are unapproachable, maybe. I'm not really sure. But I think talking to the quiet people isn't exactly relevant. And also, we don't have that much space. But it is true. What you said is true. I mean, everybody's... Even quiet people are like, you know, they've got their own thoughts. They've got their own... they're all feeling the same shit as everybody else. That's me. I am the quiet people. That was definitely my friends in high school. The people I ate lunch with, you know? It was definitely me in college. I bet there was... I kind of just, like, went through a lot of, like, I don't know, that's a weird way to phrase that. Let me formulate an entire sentence before I start it. I kind of, like... There was probably a period of, like, a couple of years there when I was in school, high school and college maybe, where I was, like, you know, maybe I'd go 2 days without saying a single word to anybody, you know? A bunch of times, just like I was omega quiet, you know? Oh. That's possible. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the people who he would end up finding. You're probably right about that. If he's not feeling like he's fitting in with the Stacys and the Chads, he's got to go find the... I don't even know. What are the names of the virgin characters? I don't know the meme well enough. He's got to go find the little weirdos, the Magic the Gathering kids, you know? I think you're right, though. I think that's... Yeah, I mean, that's who I hung out with. I don't know. This is done. Let's just you're going to be okay. You're cool. Hit him with a little seal. I think you're right, though. I think that's the people he has to seek out, you know? Does anyone believe in tarot readings or has ever done a psychic reading? I kind of want to try for somewhat of a guidance, but I don't want to do it with any person in case of them being scammers. I'm just feeling kind of lost at the moment. I've never... trying to remember. You know what it reminds me of? You know what I'm thinking back to is there's a bit at the start of Cyberpunk 2077 where you meet the woo-woo girl and she does a tarot reading for you. I mean, gosh. There's like I don't want to be a downer on him, but I don't know if psychics and tarot are the best placed. Life guidance. All kinds of that stuff. Is it like a witchcraft thing? Like a religious witchy thing? I really like conceptually I would love if it was real, you know? It would be really cool for magic to exist in the world. It would be really cool for like I don't know. Every fictional thing to be real, I guess, is how my head works. Every fantasy. It would be rad if there was a Bigfoot. It would be rad if there was I don't know. If ghosts were real. And it would be rad if people actually had magical powers, but Pharaoh's I mean it's not real, right? So and connect to unholy spirits. Yeah. Maybe from a religious point of view, I guess it would be real, and it would just be like, you know, you can't trust where the information comes from if it is that, you know. Um, I I think that this doesn't. Everything I just wrote doesn't really help them with their fucking with their lostness. I know that doesn't. What is lostness? What is actual word for that? Lack of direction is at least a better way to phrase it than lostness. Ay. Um. What do we suggest instead? Like a therapist would do it if they're still in school. Like schools have guidance counselors, right? That's sort of what their purpose is. Like, do we suggest a religious person? You know, like if you're a religious person, you can go to your priest or preacher, or whatever, imam, or I don't know what Jewish people call it. What do they call it? Maybe r slash ask a therapist. Maybe r slash ask the. Is going to the internet for guidance better though? I mean, that's what they've already done, I suppose, with kind words. Like, or something similar is this, right? I don't know. They're here. They're asking. I don't know. Why direct them elsewhere when they have us? I am the therapist. That's true. I am just a regular person, actually. We're not really a therapist. Sorry. You know what? Maybe try... Let's just throw this... Yeah, we'll just throw that in there. Ask a therapist. I like the word counselor. I can't really like if we start typing a whole link out though, it'll delete our message. It won't send it. It'll tell us to get rid of the link or not send it. So I think they'll figure this out. If they like type this into Google, right? It'll show up. Guaranteed that shows up if you just copy paste that to Google. I think that'll be okay. Let's do... Oh, on... Yeah, okay. I think it'll still be alright, though. Maybe we got room, though. We got room. Oh, no, we don't. Bam. How do you remain in your power, truth, authenticity, and sovereignty? I'm learning about how to stop giving away my power. This is whether it's out of fear or self-doubt to accept others as they are without losing myself in the process or having to concede, just being aware. How to remain in your power, truth, authenticity, and sovereignty. I did. If you, like, if I just hit enter a bunch of times right here, it'll go to 14, right? But if I go back up and I hit enter a few more times, I guess just text on it. Wait. Wait. Maybe I don't understand at all what I'm doing, actually. Anyway, yeah, you can get to, like... You can definitely get more lines. It's just, it doesn't show them even if they're there. It deletes them. This is like... Is there some self-help thing where power, truth, authenticity, and sovereignty are, like... things that you're supposed to maintain about yourself? I like that as a phrase. Learning about how to stop giving away my power. I guess, in short, this is like, how do you be yourself? Which is kind of a weird question to answer, I guess. Not really sure. I think there's... I just noticed that my smoke alarm's not up there. Maybe I need a new smoke alarm. Somebody took one down. Like, this is gonna be weird, but this is what I mean. Like, if I just pointed up at the ceiling out that door right there, there's a smoke alarm right there on the ceiling. It ain't in that little slot. It's normally where it sits, and I just noticed it wasn't there. Also, my hair's not good today. I guess this person's trying to learn to be a better, more... Nah, we're all good. I'd smell it. The dogs would be freaking out if there was a fire someplace. This person's trying to be a better person on their own, but like... When we see somebody we like and we emulate them, I think like this person doesn't want to try to emulate other people, right? It's like we take on parts of the people that we're friends with, that we meet, that we know, and that we love, and like our parents, I guess. And like, you know, you hang out with somebody for a long time, you take on their mannerisms a little bit, you start talking a little bit like them. You develop like a lingo that you share. Does it make you a lesser person to take on a piece of another person? Are you less of yourself if you and your girlfriend like develop similar mannerisms? Or if you take something from your father? If your father is like... I don't know. If your father has a certain laugh, you know? And you, as his son or daughter, develop a similar laugh? Are you being inauthentic to yourself? Yeah, I don't really think so either. I don't know that I would describe it as worrying, but it's like we take all these pieces of other people and incorporate them into ourselves without even realizing it, because we're social beings, I guess. And it's like, I don't know. It's like a very natural thing to do. We do it without even thinking about it, you know? I guess the problem that I'm trying to think about here is he phrases it as giving away his power. A phrases it that way, and it seems like that has a negative connotation, right? And I don't think it is a negative thing to like... Maybe I'm not understanding what his thought process is because of the way he's worded it, but to accept others as they are without losing myself in the process, it seems to me that he's thinking about like doing that thing, taking on the aspects of the people that he likes. you know? But I'm not really sure. Maybe it's strange. It is strangely phrased. It's not maybe it's strangely phrased. Maybe I'm incorrectly thinking about it. Is it a concession? Having to concede. Is it a concession to act a little tiny bit more like somebody you like? I don't know. This is a weird one to think about. Let me just, you know what? Let's Google power, truth, authenticity, and sovereignty because this seems like it screams self-help phrase. Manchukuo and the East Asian Modern. A State in Search of a Nation is clearly coordinated by the prior readings of Liu, Rogoski, and Fitzgerald. This is... This is like a communist thing, I think. Not really clear on what I'm reading here. It's like a... I don't know. I don't know. This last 5 minutes of silence sponsored by I don't know. Maybe this is a Chinese kid taking his like letters from Xi Jinping books real seriously, trying to decide how to be a better person in the context of like a communist state thing. I'm not really clear on what that is. Power, truth, authenticity, and sovereignty. The only thing that comes up when I search authenticity and sovereignty is this paper about Manchukuo. Taking back control. I don't know. It's confusing. That's some shit that's bigger than my brain. I accidentally clicked on the sticker thing, so we have to add one now, but let's throw this guy in there. Let's throw this guy in there. How do you remain in your power, truth, authenticity, and sovereignty? That's just such a strangely phrased question. Is why I thought it was like a self-help thing. I'm learning about how to stop giving away my power. I don't even know where to begin with this. You... You have power over yourself. I think this guy's phrasing has got my brain messed up, and I'm like, trying to formulate sentences in a way that are similar to his. I think I've conceded, and I've lost myself, to this guy's power, dude. His power has taken me over. Lose myself in the process. This is just such a strange thing. Maybe I'm reading too deeply into it. I think we are. I'm putting way too much brain into this because I don't know why. Let's do this. It's okay to give some of it away. If we're framing things in the in the sense of power. You can't take people's power over themselves. It's even in the most dire circumstances, right? Somebody can be strong-willed and powerful and have self-control if they're that type of person, you know? Like, what was the name of the guy in the American Revolution who got executed and said, "Execute me 1,000 times for my country," or whatever? I don't remember what he said. I don't remember the guy's name. It's terrible, actually terrible thing to base anything on, but or like that girl in the Nazis in World War II, the like French rebel who said, "If I can't even die for what I believe in, what good am I?" or whatever, that sort of thing. I don't remember. All this shit that I don't remember. Like, you can have power, and like even somebody who's going to kill you, you can maintain the power over yourself, you know? I guess that's what I'm thinking with this. It's okay to give some of it away, though. It's okay to share yourself with people. And it's... Oh, wait. We don't capitalize that way. Okay, to intern... It's okay to accept other people and take some of them into yourself the same way. I don't know. This shit don't make no sense. Everything I just wrote is trash, dude. I'm falling apart here. Learning about how to stop giving away my power, whether it's out of fear or self-doubt, to accept others as they are without losing myself in the process or having to concede. I really like this in concept, right? I like the idea of feeling... He wants to feel like he has self-control, basically, I suppose. And doesn't want to... let other people have control over him by changing him, I guess. But I think maybe he's too much into it. So yeah, I don't know. I like what I wrote, I guess. It's okay to, like, be open. It's okay to be open, I guess, is the gist of what I'm hoping to write. It's okay to be open. But he's probably like, I don't know, fuck. I'm running it too many I'm trying to run too many steps in advance here. I'm gonna, like, doubt myself into oblivion. Like, if he's actually, like, if this is actually, and I'm not even sure if this is, based on my 5 seconds of Googling it, like, if this is actually, like, some communist paper that some communist Chinese scholar party official wrote, like, if this is a Xi Jinping thing, and it's like, he's got to read this book for school, and it tells him to be self-reliant and self-powerful and truthful and authentic and sovereign, is me saying to be the opposite of those things, to be open and to be willing to take other people's characteristics, is that going to fall on deaf ears? And should I change what I write if what he's going to go is just, oh, this dirty American capitalist doesn't know what he's talking about? I guess he wouldn't be on kind words if he was that way, probably. Right. He probably wouldn't be asking for advice about it on kind words. He'd probably be going to the party officer. Or whatever. I don't know, man. Shit. I think what we wrote is okay. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, XD. One thing I can say, I wouldn't phrase it as take some of others into yourself. That's fair. That's fair. It is a weird phrasing. I agree. Accept other people and... Yeah, you're right. It's definitely still weird. I think it's weird either way. Like, if you interpret it exactly the same way that I do, and that perhaps you do because I've been talking about it for 5 minutes, like, It kind of makes sense, but I think it's still a weird phrasing either way. Let's finish the rest of it up, and then I'll try and go back and fix that. You can still be yourself, and well, all right. This will be good. Now you know what? I'm leaving it. I'm committed. I'm committing. Take it away, dear. Thank you. All right. It's been I kind of got to go pretty soon. Let's do maybe we won't do one more. Let's scroll through them real fast though and see if anything strikes out at us. And IFP, it's easy to sink in my emotions, see, and hard to re-up. I like to listen to sad... Oh, like I'll listen to sad songs and let past things in my mind hit me, and sometimes this will cause serious delay. Stop and do what really matters, IRL. Learning to cope with my mental health issues is difficult. Sometimes even the most basic emotions can trigger strong anxiety and depressive emotions. Really difficult to even recognize the emotion behind the anxiety. Oh, man. You know, sometimes it is really difficult to recognize the emotion you're feeling. P. True. That shit is true as hell. Gosh. Alright. Next, though. Dissertation due in about 24. I've not got much left to do, but I am overall left with the feeling I could have done better. It feels like such a first world problem, but I'm probably going to get a 2-to-1 instead of a first. I don't know what that means. My supervisor has so much faith in me, but I feel like shit. They say that humans are going to live until, like, over 100, but why are people so eager to have kids so early? Like, are they just ready financially and have that maturity, paternal instincts in this economy? Yeah, that's true, too. Shit. I couldn't raise a kid right now. I'm broke. Maybe I'd feel less broke if I had a girlfriend, or a wife, for that matter. Like, we shared financial responsibility. But, shit, right now I feel like I couldn't do anything. Someone I know is getting married next year, and his fiancée doesn't know he cheated on her. I can't do anything because the said guy is my friend's best friend, and I've never talked to him before. Bro, she can't get out of it if she don't know, dude. I don't even know. We're not smiling at the end of this one. This one's fucked up. No thought in that one, dude. You gotta tell her. I'm worried about the future. I am not where I thought I would be. I'm trying to be okay with it, but it can be challenging sometimes. True. My sister asked me to buy a game for her. I said she shouldn't, and the game was too heavy for her phone. What? Then she got pissed and proceeded to act all sad and refused to eat. What am I supposed to do? I'm trying so hard to please my siblings, but when I said no, this happens. That sounds like a spoiled kid who will feel goofy about it later when she remembers as an adult how goofy she acted about a phone game as a child. My long distance relationship girlfriend struggles a lot with life and thinks I'm better off without her. She blocks me. However, I always come back to her. Her life is rough compared to mine. She always loves me, but there's not much I can do when she spirals into negativity. Shit, I don't know. I don't know, man. I flirt because it's fun and it makes them feel special. Everyone knows that I'm not romantically available. I think my best friend caught feelings. Flirty person breaks hearts. Everyone I find I cherish something that I've lost, like my girlfriend. She is a good man, warm heart, clever, and really good for me. For some reason we broke. In fact, it was my fault. So not for some reason. I don't know. I accidentally crossed one of my boyfriend's boundaries, not cheating. Woof, dude. Accidentally. As if anybody doesn't have that as a boundary. Oh my god, I just typed ugh. YOU apostrophe RE space SIS instead of yours is, like I was thinking in my head. Let's do turtle. Alright, that was the last one. This is the last one. I gotta go run errands. Um uh what do we rate? Hmm. I like it. That is blind. You're right. That is the I don't know, the word of the day. That's where I'm at right now. My posture is terrible, actually. Now that I think about it, I've been sitting in my chair like leaned completely back. I'm like almost back flat on the bottom of the seat. You know, kind of just like I'm slipping into the cracks in the floor today. We're goop. You spend a whole day sitting down and you get up and your body feels weird. It's like like a long car ride. You sit in a car for 4 hours and you take your first steps out of the car, and your legs are jello. Unfocused. We're unfocused today. 16 hours in a car is a long ride, that's for sure. Um, as a kid, we used to do like 10 hours pretty regularly. Um, we would drive up to Canada to stay on this little lake. Family vacation thing. I don't know, once a summer. Sometimes. And yeah, 16 hours in a car is an exceptionally long time. I don't know. Okay. Um, all right. Well, thank you, Blind, for coming and hanging out. Uh, it helps a lot. It helps a lot. I feel like having you here to bounce things off of makes it so much easier to do the whole thing. Um, I'm gonna go get an oil change though. I gotta go get my car's oil changed. I gotta go get some food. I'm gonna go buy some shampoo. Um, and it's gonna be a nice time. I'm gonna have a nice drive, and I'm not going to be as unfocused in all of that as I am in this. I'm going to make sure to get everything I need. Thank you, Blind. I hope you have a nice day too. Farewell. Goodbye.